Hey bro, do you think I could get a good gaming PC for around $800? Well, of course you can. Sweet, what do you think I'll get? Let's see, you'll get a modern processor and platform. We'll also be able to get a capable graphics card with more than 8GB of VRAM, a solid NVMe, and let's chuck in some 750 watts power supply in there in case you need to upgrade later on. Wow bro, it's amazing. Yeah, and of course everything's brand new. There will be no used parts in this build, and everything highlighted in here is available in Amazon US at the time of recording. And if you're someone who lives outside the area, boys, feel free to use this as a reference guide for your build. Excellent. Okay, what processor am I getting? Well, we'll get the best budget modern processor, and that's the Core i5-13400F, part of Intel's 13th generation processors. This comes with 10 cores and 16 threads, which has 6 performance cores and 4 efficient threads, 20 megabytes of cache, and boasts up to 4.6 gigahertz. And the best part, this only comes at $205. Now this CPU is only 65 watt TDP and also comes with a stock RM1 cooler, but we'll chuck that away because the stock cooler is not enough to cool this processor. Instead, we'll be getting an aftermarket solution, and that is the ID Cooling SE214 XT ARGB cooler. This one's a tower cooler with 4 heat pipes. Also comes with an ARGB fan for that blink factor. It's cheap, it works, and it's just fine for 20 bucks. Over to your PC, I've just got a question. I've never heard you recommend an AMD Ryzen AM5 CPU in your builds. Like, never. Why is that? Well, that's simple, bro. The whole AM5 platform cost will eat up your budget. On first generation AMD platforms like the AM5, I usually tend to skip that until it becomes totally mature and there are lesser issues. Just let the beta testers play with it. Usually when it comes to the second generation or later, the platform becomes much more stable, there will be lesser issues, and it becomes cheaper too. So we might as well dive in at that time. But for now, let's just stick with this one. That makes sense. Okay, let's move on to the motherboard, and what we've selected here is the Gigabyte P760M DS3H. This is a good budget micro ATX board. It has everything we need, got heatsinks, the VRM and the NVMe. It has the 6+2+1 face design on its VRM, 2 PCIe 4.0 NVMe slots, 4 RAM slots, and it has that Q flash functionality in case you want to update the BIOS without the CPU. It also has a physical reset button on the board, which makes things a bit easier if you're trying to troubleshoot. And of course, we can't forget about the ARGB port in here, so it's there. And it also comes with a feature wherein you can easily remove the GPU with this latch, and this one's only $119. Now, of course, there are cheaper boards out there like this MSI one if you're on a budget, but I wouldn't recommend this one because it's just bare bones. I mean, just look at this one. There's literally nothing in it, and it doesn't even have an ARGB port. Yeah, I'll probably stick with the Gigabyte board. This one, I mean, it's only $20 and you get all these features with ARGB. That's a no-brainer. Exactly. For the RAM, we'll just keep this simple and easy. We need 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM with 3600 megahertz or megatransfers per second speeds. And what we've selected here is the TeamGroup T-Force Vulcan Z RAM kit. Pretty decent, as standard timings of CL18, 22, 22, 42, and it's cheap. It's only $37, so let's just bag this one. And for our storage, we're going to pick the Intel 670p NVMe 512 gigabytes. This is a PCIe 3.0, which runs on 4 lanes, has QLC 3D NAND technology, 3000 megabytes per second sequential read speeds, and 1600 megabytes per second sequential write speeds. It's pretty simple, basic, nothing fancy, for 30 bucks. Before we carry on, if you guys watching this video is interested in building a PC over the next few months, we do these build guides on different price points every month, so hit that subscribe button if you'd want to be up to speed with the best value PC specs. We do all the research for you, so you wouldn't need to spend more time researching or googling. Anyway, let's go back to So, what GPU are you recommending over PC? Well, we're getting the XFX Speedster Swift 309 Radeon RX 6700 non-XT. This comes with 10GB GDR6 VRAM. It's a pretty decent card. Triple fan design, black theme, highly capable in gaming, and it's the best value in its current price of $289. Wow, that is very impressive, and the price is just unbeatable. Yes, that's right. The 3060 Ti costs 35% more in price, but the performance is really close. Like this one, the RX 6700 non-XT will beat the 3060 Ti in Warzone easily. And that 10GB of VRAM will come pretty handy for any single player games that you would play. Apparently this GPU is very similar to the graphics processing unit of the PlayStation 5. So that's the bad idea. As I've said, you can't find anything better brand new at this price range. So you definitely want to get this one now before everyone picks this one after watching the video. So the RX 6700 non-XT requires at least 650 watts power supply. In our case, we'll go a little bit higher and go for 750 watts. And what we pick is the Thermalright Smart BX1 750 watts power supply. This one's 80 plus bronze efficiency, comes with black flat cables, very simplistic design, 5-year warranty, definitely good value at $64.51. I mean, if you feel like upgrading your GPU in the future, you wouldn't be handicapped anymore because you would have some headroom. So I can upgrade later on to an RX 6900 XT or a RTX 3080 without upgrading my power supply? Yeah. And for our case, this will be one of our paths that we'll be skimping on. So we'd want something that's cheap and a decent case to keep our budget real tight. And what we've selected here is the RaidMax Oriola H704. Nothing fancy here. It's just a standard case which comes with 2 static RGB fans. And not the best design, obviously. But hey, it fits our graphics card and has some airflow for $49. So yeah, I mean, it's cheap. I can't argue with that one. That's totally fine with me. So overall, we've got a pretty decent gaming PC in here. We've got the Core i5 13400F power cooler to keep that one cooled down, a Gigabyte B760 motherboard, 16GB of DDR4 RAM, Intel NVMe, the RX 6700 non-XT 10GB card, 750 watts of 80 plus bronze efficiency power supply, and the RaidMax case. This totals to $816.44, and that's an amazing deal right there. I better add these things in the cart right now. Yes, you better do that before the stocks run out. And as always, product links are in the description, boys. And if you have any questions regarding this build, just pop it down in the comment section. We do read them if we get the YouTube notifications. And if you think you could stretch your budget a little bit more, we recently have done a $1,000 gaming PC build video. Check that one out, and we'll see you guys over there.